welcome to the thuy studio. Oh, hey, you're here.
Hey.
You're super early.
And you are ready to travel.
Yes, after this episode, I have plans to travel.
Lucky you.
How did you get here so early?
Oh, I bought a plane early, so I just come here.
Okay, that's great, that's great. Guys, our guest today is a guy called Mang of Nguyen, as you've just seen, and he is a very high IELTS score. He got an 8.5. And of course, he is also a participant in one of the most popular ship youth programs around here in Asia. Aren't you excited to find out more about this guy? Take a look at the following clip. So tell us a little bit, why did you go on SIAP and how was that travel experience like?
Oh, I came to know about SIAP. It's quite a coincidence because one of my big brother, she actually went on the program like 2 years ago, and he invited me to take part in this program like 2 months before the submission deadline. So it was quite a rush for me, but luckily I made it through, and it was a really fun experience for me. We get to go to Japan and stay on a 52-day program, which includes traveling to 6 different countries, and then 22 days on the Nippon Maru.
But the thing is, okay, so this is a very long travel period.
Yes.
Have you ever traveled for so long ever in your life?
Actually, I study abroad.
Yeah?
So traveling, not really, but studying, yeah, I've been staying in Singapore for like 5 years.
5 years?
And
Where
then,
in Singapore?
Yeah, and then 2 years in Australia, so it's crazy over there.
It's crazy over there. You're all on an island.
Yeah,
Singapore's
correct.
an island,
Yes,
Australia's
Australia
an
is also an
island.
island, yes.
Right. Somehow I feel like you're still a little bit nervous with me. Are you nervous right now?
I'm not nervous just because the light just keeps shining in my
The
face.
light?
So, yeah.
Too much light, is it?
Yeah.
You brought something to our studio today. What is it?
Oh, this is actually the tower during a trip that we got
Ooh,
here.
that's pretty.
This is a ship that we actually get boarded. It's the Nippon Maru, MS Nippon Maru. And it's a 5-star cruise.
Wow.
So they have a lot of facility there that you really love when you try.
What was one of the craziest things you've ever done on your travels?
And travel is during the trip? Or
During the trip or outside of the trip, whatever.
Let me tell you one thing that I did during the trip because I get to explore the whole trip, and there's a part that they didn't allow us to go in.
Oh, and what part is this?
It's actually the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen.
Because they didn't want us to contaminate the whole facilities.
Okay. I thought it was like a room full of treasure boxes.
Oh, I wish that, but they didn't have it.
Okay,
So I did bribe the crew member over there to get me a sneak peek into the kitchen, and it was amazing. It was like full of food and ice cream and everything.
Wow, if I were you, I would take some of that food home.
I wasn't allowed.
Oh, you weren't allowed.
Yeah.
So what did you bribe them with?
Nothing with sweet words and then compliments. And oh, the food is so nice. Oh, you're so kind. Oh, you're so cute. I tell you what, compliment will get you a long way, though.
Obviously. So would you consider yourself to be a person who's very confident on his travels? You think you will get the best deal, get whatever you want on your travels at all?
I think confidence is in the way that I can read the maps and I can get directions.
Yeah.
Because everywhere I go, if I'm not on the tour, then the scheduled tour that you can get in Vietnam, if I'm not on the tour, then I will surely get a 3G, a SIM card, so that I can get connected to internet. And from there, I could use Google Maps just to try to figure out where to go and where not to go. But bargaining, not so much.
Oh, bargaining.
I was in Thailand once, and I bought this really amazing T-shirt that I love it. I love black and white. And there's a shirt that's black and white. It's so cool. It's the first time I saw it.
Yes.
So they was selling it about, let me remember, about 3,000 baht.
3,000 baht, wow.
That's about 1.8 million Vietnam dong.
So that's about $80.
Yeah, around there.
Wow.
So I was so into the shirt that I bought it. And then without bargaining, I was like, okay, I love this one. I want to buy it. Never mind what the price is. And I walked for like 100 meters, and I saw the exact same one. And they were selling it for like 2,000 baht.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, can I return this?
2/3 of the price.
So I'm not really good at bargaining. but I should it. There are a lot of research on where to eat, on where to buy, and where to entertain myself.
You know, with the more travels you do, those kinds of experiences will definitely make you a more informed and, of course, a better traveler and a better deal
Correct.
getter
Yeah.
on your travels as well. I would, no traveling experience is ever complete, and I know you traveled a long way to come to the thuy show. And so I would like to ask you to travel to our next section of our studio to participate not in a stargazing activity, but it'll give you some stars in your head, because you're going to exert your mental ability with our marathon challenge.
Wow, now that sounds serious, I tell you.
But it's a great way to get girls because you can tell them, hey, I went through this marathon, and this is what I did, and this is my timing, and you can have a lot of fun with me.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. And
All right, so are you gonna join our marathon challenge?
of course, but I will be a little bit nervous. But of course, I love challenges. Let's do it.
I don't think you're gonna be nervous. Come on, follow me.
Okay.
Let's go.
This is the IELTS Marathon. With the first challenge, you have to look for 3 items: the passports, the key, the confirmation letter. After that, you have to be ready for a perfect photo shoot. Then perfect fingerprints. Moving on, series of challenges will be ready for you at the monitor. And the last and surely the hardest one, you will have to hide away from the spotlight, collecting 6 characters, then form a word. The IELTS Marathon is ready right now.
Guys, you're back with us on the thuy stage, and we are here with the marathon challenge. And of course, I'm here with the lovely.
Mai Ngọc Nhân, I'm here. Hi.
You're right here. And of course, are you ready for the thuy marathon?
Actually, I'm not, but I'll take the challenge as it goes. Okay.
This is something I've asked you before, like whether you got a really high score, and you're like, no, I just got this score. And so you're saying you're not ready, but I'm sure you will do very well.
Yeah, let's hope on that.
All right, so the first step, you gotta close your eyes.
Okay.
Close your eyes and imagine all the things beautiful.
All right.
You can now open your eyes
Wow, that's a
to the
lot of stuff.
wonderful, wonderful stuff below
Okay.
you. You gotta find 3 things. You know what you have to find, right?
Yeah, sure. The passport, the confirmation letter, and the key, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to Little Bunny.
Okay, should I start?
Start
Sure,
as
thank you.
fast as you can. Look real hard, Things aren't easy to find. But sometimes you might find more than one thing in one place. But are you so close?
Okay, here's one, confirmation letter.
Okay, you got 1, you got 2 more items. You're only 30% on your way. To the south.
Oh,
It's a little bit more difficult. To the south, You're so close, so close.
so, oh wow,
So
why you put it here? Oh
close.
God.
So close.
You got the key?
You got the keys. Now just one more. Where is your passport?
Right.
Where is the passport? Where? I might want to look at the sky. Something among the sky is going to help you. You got those 3 items.
Mine?
Congratulations.
Here
Now
you
give
go.
it to me. Your time is running out.
Here you go.
All right. Next to the photo and fingerprint section. Go. Off you go. 10 seconds. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Oh, oh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, there we go. I don't think it's correct.
No,
You
no,
gotta
I
do it
just
one
want
more
to
time.
check at the angle first, okay?
Change, you gotta change the angle. Change the angle. This is not an easy challenge at all, but you gotta change the angle. Or you can change the chair. You can always change the chair.
Okay.
One, two, three, boom. Perfect!
Good.
Perfect, you're off to the next challenge, fingerprint. Make sure you get all those 10 fingers covered. All of those 10 fingers covered.
And here we go.
Don't forget to dry hands. Don't forget to dry hands.
This for you.
All right. Good job. Nice fingerprint. Nice
No,
fingerprint.
thank you.
You're now off to the chair.
Oh,
And
sure.
before you go to the chair, you got to pick up a headphone.
Sure.
Make
Oh.
sure it's the one without the wires
Here
and
you
put
go.
it on. Go to the chair and put it on. All right. Are you ready for your headphone challenge?
Already.
Okay. You need time to breathe.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Headphone challenge. We have the sound, please.
We're here in the Tourist Information Center, and when you come out of the center, you're on Willow Lane, just opposite the pond. If you want to get to the supermarket for your supplies of food and water, go right. That's the quickest way, and then turn right at the top of Willow Lane. And it's the second building you come to, opposite the old railway station. If you're planning on
Okay, G, supermarket.
Is G the answer? Supermarket. That is absolutely correct. You're so fast.
Thank you.
Next, reading challenge.
I should read it out, right?
Yes.
Okay, marching like workers ants might be a common smell. Or giving others.
All right, so what are some of the, choose a phrase and say whether it's yes, no, or not available.
Okay, number 2, some ants within a colony have leadership roles. That's actually false.
That is false. Is that correct? You're absolutely correct. You're so fast. I'm going to call you Fast Man from now on.
Thank you.
Next challenge. Find the synonyms for 3 words in this paragraph, the underlined words.
Okay, the word increase,
Yes.
rose up,
Rose up. All right, what's the next one?
what? Measures. we can,
Measures.
Substitute it for indicators.
Indicators. And what's the third one? You're missing one more.
Oh, let me see. The words. Cities, can you metropolitans?
Metropolitans.
Thank
You got
you.
3 correct. That is absolutely amazing. Aren't you guys impressed with this guy? All right, next. All right, it's your answer sheet challenge. Find the mistakes, please.
Okay, more than 2 words. Number 3, 22 and 52.
Number 3. Now, is that correct? You're absolutely correct. You're on to the next challenge. Let's see what the next challenge is. Now you have to read this several times, okay, until you get it right.
Sure, I'll make sure the mic is right. Okay, pronunciation challenge. Here we are out at the sea. We gather here to share our moments and our fantasy. Here we are in this big family. It's time to be a part of this lifetime journey.
All right, voice recognition, is that correct? Would you accept that version? Ooh, you got accepted for the first time ever.
Thanks, God. Oh.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so don't go anywhere. We're up next with the sneak of shame section, and it's going to be interesting, fun, in the dark. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So the sneak of shame starts now. Don't fall into the light.
Okay. Oh.
Stay in the shadow.
Oh, I'll
There
try
you
my
go.
best.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going. Okay,
Yes.
can you hold for me the jacket? I'm afraid you're gonna catch in the shadow. You're gonna be like.
All right, go ahead. No, you cannot go down.
Oh,
You have
I
to
see,
stay
I
on
see.
top.
Okay. Whoa, that's really hard.
Pick one, pick one, pick one. It was right there.
Don't,
you
don't,
were so
don't.
close. You were so close, so close. Oh, you got two. You could actually pick two. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, there's another one there. There's another one there. Go, pick it up, pick it up. You're almost there. You're almost there. One last one. One last one.
There you go.
Okay, now you gotta go around, come back to where you were. Come back to where you were.
Oh, 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 oh.
He's trying his very best to avoid the shadows. And he's walking. And he's avoiding. Oh, you got stuck in one shadow. But you finished.
Okay.
So that's great. So what letters do you have here? What letters do you
I
have?
have E, G, Y, A, O, V.
Ooh, what letter is it? What word can this be?
Oh, voyage.
Voyage.
Okay, got it. Voyage.
Can you spell it out for all of us?
V-O-Y-A-G-E. Voyage.
All right, you were so fast. Are you sure nobody has given you the answers beforehand?
Yeah, you should check with the producer on that. And I did a lot of sneaking back in my family, so yeah.
I like that sincerity, though. I do like that sincerity.
Thank you.
All right. Now that we're done with the sneak of shame, can we have a little bit of light back into our studio?
Oh.
Thank God. I love light. Okay, I love light.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so thank you so much for being on the show. And I know for you, what's really important is not money, but it's actually relationships and the things that are meaningful experiences. Am I correct?
Yes, I would love to make this true because we are living such in a substantial world right now. And
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I wish that your next journey will be extremely rich of the bread and butter, and that is basically your experiences.
thank you so much. And all the best to you too, and for the program. And for those who out there who's really trying to get your IELTS certificate, watch the show and you will be amazed at what you can learn.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. The next section is the idioms of the week section. And, you know, we know you love it because we know that the stuff that we tell you, it's going to be so interesting, it's going to be so unique, and the sentences are easy to remember. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Our idiom of this week, leave our suitcase. To stay very briefly in several places, never unpacking one's luggage. For example, my father is a traveling salesman and usually leaves out his suitcase. Next, on Tám IELTS, our IELTS expert from British Council Oliver Holmes is ready at the studio with tons of useful tips for your IELTS preparation, and also delivers the comments for the Voice of the Week and Stars to IELTS. Will Cutie Japan do great with the real-time speaking test? And how will she score herself? Stay glued to the screen and check out next part of Tám IELTS.
Oliver, welcome back.
Thank
to
you.
the
Good
show.
to be back again.
Yes. And today we're going to talk about a topic that I think is familiar to both of us, and that is the topic of travel. And to speak about tourism this time, we're going to have, wait, before we start, I want to know, where did you put my present? Where did my present go?
Oh, it's in my pocket. I'm keeping it safe.
Oh, you're keeping it safe. You don't want to wear it at all?
I'm not going to break my shirt. I'm keeping it for a
okay.
special occasion.
Okay, for the special occasion. But yes, our guest today, we're going to have a celebrity, and she's been very popular with the young generation, and also her name has a little bit of an element of tourism, of traveling in it. So she's Vietnamese. Her name is Ann Japan, or Ann Japan. And let's take a look at how she performs for her IELTS speaking challenge. Ann Japan, let's have a look.
Good afternoon.
Can I see your identification, please? Thank you very much. Okay, lovely. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Who do you spend the most time texting and why?
Texting with my best friend. We have many things to talk, and I think send text message can help me to have more time to think about what I want to talk to her and share our things. Yeah.
When do you think you'll next send a text message and why?
I'll send a text message to my best friend to tell her that I did this test very well.
Do you sometimes prefer to make a telephone call instead of send a text message? Why not?
I'll make telephone calls when I have to make a quick conversation to someone like my mother or my friend in my university to tell something really quick and important. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay.
Your topic is describe a journey by car, plane, boat that you remember well. All right, so that's a minute over. And remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes, so don't worry if I stop you. Please begin speaking now.
I had a particular journey when I was 6 years old with my family up north by car. It was a very interesting journey, and I was impressed by so many huge mountains. And I remember there was a river go through one of the mountains, and there was also a waterfall cascading down the side of the mountains. And I was impressed by many animals there that I've never seen before in my city. And the journey took most of the day. Although we stopped every now and then to take a break and eat something before continuing. I saw many big mountains, and whenever I thought that I had seen the tallest mountain, there was an even taller mountains right in front. And I was a little bit afraid by the road because I can see I could see down below the valley, and I was afraid if we fell off the road. And it was very impressive. Okay. What I can remember. I really remember about that journey.
Explain why you remember this journey well.
I guess this journey was important to me because it was the first time that I've been to a very different place from where I used to live, and I have many interesting experience that I've never felt like that before.
All right. We've been talking about travel.
Okay.
And I'd like to continue to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. First of all, let's consider reasons for daily travel.
Yeah.
Why do people need to travel every day?
I suppose the main reason is that to go to work, classes, or wherever they need to go, and they have to attend a classes or their job, and maybe they need to travel to their office and stay there all day, or as a part of their work, visiting customers or clients, or travel to another city for an important meeting.
Okay. What problems can people have when they are on a daily journey, for example, to work or to school, and why?
I suppose one of the most common one would be traffic jams. Many people travel at the same time at peak hours, and or maybe they travel by bus but they miss them and arrive at work a little late. And of course they could be involved in a traffic accident, especially when they're driving, and it can cause many problems.
Okay, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thank you. I hope I've passed this test.
All right, so now that you've heard on Japan, what do you think is the strongest point from that performance?
What I really like is the way that she develops the topic throughout her talk. I think she does it very, very consistently and in a very interesting manner. I love the way that she uses long, complex sentences, and she uses some unusual vocabulary. I love hearing these topic-specific collocations, these words that go together to make your language a bit more interesting. I really like.
You know, something I realized after our sessions together, I realized you're a guy that really loves details, in the sense that you like the qualifying, statements, you like the adjectives, you like the descriptions, you like, the relatives. So that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, this is definitely something that all students should be aware of, that I always want to hear conditionals, relative clauses, and all of the tenses from the past to the present to the future. So I will always be listening for that, and it's definitely something people should be revising and practicing constantly. Makes a more interesting conversation.
Definitely. So Anne Japan was talking a lot about her journey. She was describing what she sees, she was describing her experience. In terms of other people, when they talk about a topic like journey or traveling, what do you think they should be talking about?
Okay, well, it can be a very, very open topic. And in terms of IELTS, really, you can talk about anything in a part 2 topic. So again, the 5 W's are your best friend. Talk about where you went, when you went there, who you went with. Go into a lot of detail describing, your best friend who you traveled with, and the place that you traveled to. What were the special features of that place, and why did you go there? And then maybe move into the future and talk about whether you would like to go back there again, or if it's inspired you to go to a different place on your next holiday.
One of the questions that I get asked a lot, and I'm sure you guys will ask, is the fact that there are a lot of travel experiences, and a lot of the times experiences may be similar to each other. So, for example, I visit Hanoi, I see, the mausoleum, I go eat street food. Do we have to be afraid of things that can potentially be cliche or not interesting enough to the listener?
It shouldn't matter in the IELTS exam, it shouldn't matter, but I think it does matter because you're learning English in order to go and study maybe in another country or to study in a university here, and basically you want to have interesting, engaging conversations. So I think that IELTS is a good chance to practice having those conversations, and so I would try and encourage students to pick on a topic that's a little bit unusual and makes them stand out. And talking instead about maybe some more unusual features or characters or things that people don't usually talk about.
Absolutely, so that the conversation can be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, now that you've heard another set of tips from our friend Oliver here, we're going to take you to our next section, which is the tips and tips section. And once again, you're going to have a lot of advice. So take a look and take down notes or visit our social media sites to basically revise. Take a look now. Okay, Oliver, when it comes to the writing section, I am a person that gets writer's block all the time. I don't know what to write and I don't know how to start. Any advice on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to remember that the same kind of topics will be coming up in the IELTS exams again and again and again. So it is actually possible to prepare some ideas on a wide range of topics before you go into the exam. And I would recommend that students try and find as many different questions covering as many different topics as possible. And take your time brainstorming ideas with your friends or with your family or in a class so that you are prepared before the exam. And I hope that you have actually prepared that topic before you even go in the exam.
How much time, let's say if they experience a writer's block right on the day of the exam as they are entering the writing test, how much time should they designate to think before they actually start writing?
Okay, well, it depends on how prepared you are. If you have planned, say 30 different essay topics in the past, then you should be pretty well prepared for any topic. So when you're brainstorming, you should really be brainstorming your main ideas for each paragraph, 2 or 3 really strong ideas for each paragraph, choosing which ones are your strongest ideas, the ones you're going to start with first, and in particular, trying to find those really long, academic, formal collocations, the words that really fit together very well. Trying to avoid using small words when you're speaking. It depends. If you are well prepared, I would say maybe 3 minutes for jotting down these ideas. If you have no idea, maybe 4 to 5 minutes of developing some ideas.
And even if you don't think the idea is good enough, you should still start to write.
Absolutely, yeah. The ideas themselves are not really as important as the way you express the ideas.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I would try and have a clear topic in your essay and a really well-reasoned argument with fantastic examples. But if you can't think of anything, just write.
Yes, yes. Because to have something is better than nothing.
Yeah, to have something, you can still get a good mark for your grammar, your vocabulary, and so on.
Thank you for the tips. Another set of great tips from you, as always. And of course, this time we're going to take a look at another set of videos. Guys, this week we scoured the internet again and we've looked through all basically the submissions sent to us, and we found another Voice of the Week. Are you excited to check out who is on the Voice of the Week this week? All right, let's take a look and you'll find out right now.
So if you are not too timid, you have enough confidence, you can just give it a try and see how amazing could it be.
Nice. The Mecca of romance.
The
Paris.
Mecca of romance. I love it. I've never heard it referred to as that before, but interesting phrase.
But so what did you like about the performance that we saw just now?
Actually, the thing that I've liked in all the previous sessions that we've looked at is that everybody's so enthusiastic when they speak, and I love enthusiasm. So although he makes some mistakes with vocabulary and grammar every now and then, he's always very enthusiastic and uses a lot of emphasis and stress, and that's my favorite thing. I hate it when people just look down at the ground and they don't look you in the eye and they don't have anything interesting to say. So I really like it when people kind of stimulate me by moving around and being very active.
Absolutely. So to summarize our traveling section, what are some of the vocabulary you think that people should remember for the topic of tourism or travel?
Okay, well, first of all, I would advise that you prepare before a speaking test and before any exam by building up your vocabulary. And perhaps one of the good ways of doing this is actually going on to travel websites where you'll find lots of interesting travel-related collocations. So you could even pick up a guidebook for Vietnam, which you can get a copy of on the streets in Hanoi. And you could use that to find out some of the language that's used to describe some of the sites around Vietnam. And then maybe prepare a few talks about where you'd like to go, where you've been in the past, and where you might go in the future.
So in my head, I have a couple of words. I'm going to shout it out to you, and you can tell me if they're IELTS worthy, okay? So I have, in my head right now, I'm thinking of itinerary. I'm thinking of staycation.
Okay, itinerary. Yeah, I like that. Maybe, but building it up, making it an adjective-noun combination. So maybe an action-packed itinerary, or a travel-laden itinerary. Just try and describe exactly what the itinerary is a little bit more. Staycation. I like it. That's what we'd call a smoosh. Smooshing those words together, mixing the words. It's very informal. But very popular nowadays with magazines and newspapers. Yeah, staycation's kind of an interesting piece of vocabulary. It would suggest to me that person has got more exposure to more natural English.
Absolutely. All right, so any travel idioms for people to take away with?
Okay, I actually think that there are some very, very useful idioms, in particular for talking about distance. So one of my favorites would be something is just a stone's throw away from something else, i.e. it's not very far. So for example, my house is just a stone's throw away from the bus station, so it's very easy for me to travel around Hanoi. So that's a really, really useful idiom. Another one is perhaps as the crow flies, meaning directly over land, talking about distance over land.
Right. Well, now since we're a stone's throw away from the end of this segment of the program, all right, Oliver, thank you so much for being once again on our lovely show.
Thank you so much for hosting me. It's been a pleasure.
Guys, remember, Dam IELTS Show is an interactive show, so don't forget to visit our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, to basically voice your question and also take your videos. Remember that we are a visual show and we are also an interactive show. To another end of an episode of the Dam IELTS Show, and I hope that you've been inspired to travel and to basically go around the world in terms of taking tours. And the reason why is because throughout all of the experiences that we've been on the show and throughout all the people, the conversations that we've talked to, it's a really good thing that we are able to talk to people and we're able to get people to want to experience new things, right? So guys, experience new things, and of course we have new things every week on Dam IELTS as well, so travel well and make sure to watch us every week. Don't forget, okay? I'll see you soon. Ciao this time. It's almost the weekend and I have my luggage right here with me and I'm going to basically travel this weekend. So if you have a chance, travel too. If not, stay tuned, and I'll catch up with you next week. Take care.